From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
My name is Betsy Peterson, and I want to welcome you today. I'm the director of the American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress. And on behalf of the staff, we want to welcome you especially to the 2016 Homegrown Concert Series, which is celebrating our 40th anniversary here at the Library of Congress. So we're very excited about that. And today for this concert, we're going to be featuring the Yvette Landry Trio. But first, a couple of things. The Homegrown Series is an opportunity for the American Folklife Center to present the very best in traditional music, traditional dance, and narrative arts. And we work with folks throughout the country, folk arts coordinators, state arts agencies, nonprofits, to identify the very best artists, to bring them here, to share their work, to share their cultural traditions with all of you. And in doing that, they also, we record these concerts, and they are eventually webcast on the American Folklife Center's website and the library's website. So with that caveat, let me ask you, if you have a cell phone turned on right now or any other device, please turn it off, or else you will be a part of the concert. And lastly, I want to say, while we work with folk arts coordinators from around the country, we also work with organizations here in town to figure out the best ways to present these artists, and today's concert is no different. This concert is brought to you in partnership with the Kennedy Center Millennial Stage, who is also sponsoring a concert this evening over there. So if you haven't gotten enough today, please go over there. They will be performing a second time from 6 to 7 p.m. So with that said, let me just tell you a little bit about Yvette Landry. Yvette grew up in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, and we're especially thrilled that she is here with us and the trio is here with us, given all of the events that have happened recently in Louisiana. But she grew up not far from the levees of the Atchafalaya Basin, North America's largest swampland. And it is in and around that swamp that she learned how to hunt and fish, ride horses, dance, understand French, tell stories. And after earning a master's degree in education and developing a successful teaching career on her own, she began telling stories through song. And she is now a Grammy-nominated award-winning vocalist, multi-instrumentalist, and a songwriter. Her debut award-winning album titled Should Have Known was released in 2010. Yvette has traveled the world and played countless cultural festivals, and we in fact worked with her in 2012, where she toured Russia as a cultural ambassador on behalf of the Library of Congress, performing as part of a Festival of Traditional American Music tour across Russia, sponsored jointly with the library, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow, and CEC Arts Link. She's also performed at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival and the Grassroots Festival of Music and Dance in New York. Today, she's going to be performing with a trio, Richard Comeaux on pedal steel and Beau Thomas on fiddle. And she'll be able to tell you a little bit more about the work and the music that they're performing, as well as her songs, and as well as a little bit about some of the other bands that she performs with. So please give a warm round of applause to Yvette Landry and the Yvette Landry Trio.
Assis dans la fenêtre de ma chambre, je te regarde t'en aller. Tu moi je veux mon chéri. T'as prêt t'en aller et me quitter mon trousseau dans toute la misère. Moi je croyais pas quand je t'étais pour toi t'en aller pour toujours. Thank you. Hi. Today, I'm going to call up my friends in just a little bit. Today, we're going to bring you through some Louisiana music. We started with a ballad in French that would have been sung by women, mostly at home, unaccompanied to their children. And then we're going to continue on with some good Cajun music, and then some French songs on guitar and steel guitar, and we'll play a little bit of music that influenced the songs that I write today. So without any further ado, I'm going to get out Mr. Richard Comeaux and Mr. Beau Thomas. Anybody played Cajun music before? Oh, seriously? Awesome. This is a little number called Fifi Poncho. Get this we all play different types of music back at home, but our first was, we all played was Cajun music. And we like to dance in Louisiana, and I know there's not much room to dance, but there's a little bit of room here in the front, so if the spirit moves you, go ahead and dance. This next number that we're going to do is a number by Mr. Belton Richard, and it's called Bébé Encore, Baby Again. And we like to write about songs of heartache and drinking and things like that. And the lyrics for this one is, put a nipple on my bottle, bartender, because tonight I'm going to be a baby again. bouteille, bartender. Il chauffe mon whisky et souhaite une amie de petit bébé. Un petit bébé pour brailler, asseoir dans la soleil. Je vais dans un petit bébé encore. Quitté pour mon veste ou mon nuit. C'est pour ça à soir encore avec fait noir. Je vais dans un petit bébé encore. I'll play it, Beau Thomas. Thank you, dancers. So Cajun music is a big part of our lives back in Cajun country. But we were also influenced by the steel guitar back in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, somewhere around there. And we brought that into Cajun music. And in 2014, I was playing with a group of women in a band called Bonsoir Catin, and we were nominated for a Grammy for our CD, Light the Stars, and this is one of the songs off of that CD. And it's called I Only Have One Regret, Pour un seul regret, and we're going to do that one for you right now. plaît pleurer. Y a 1 million d'étoiles dans le ciel sur lesquelles moi je peux souhaiter. Juste une chose, moi je connais, y a pas rien, moi je peux faire accroître ton cœur pour pardonner, pour rester regret. Take a bow, Richard. Who knew Cajun music could be so sweet, huh? Even if you don't understand the language, you understand the music. So, you know, the music world is really small. It doesn't matter what part of the world that you're in. You know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And this next song, we're going to move into some of the songs that I've written since I've been playing music. And when I started writing songs just a few years back, it didn't come out as Cajun music. It came out as sort of a country-style music, but danceable like Cajun music is. And I got the idea for this song from watching a documentary on Bela Fleck. You guys know who Bela Fleck is? Yeah. So he was in Africa tracing the roots of the banjo. And he was talking to a chief from one of the villages. And the chief said, I want to show you where we bury our elders. And he brought him out to a little place. And he said, this is where we lay our elders to rest. And we put them in a house with no windows. And I thought that was such a beautiful saying that I needed to write a song about it. So here's one of my songs. It's called I'd Love to Lay You Down. And it goes a little bit like this.
1, 2, 3.
About 6 feet under the ground sounds good to me. And you'll have a marble roof in your house with no windows. And I'll put a sign for all the world to see. Come on. It's almost like we back at home.
Anybody got some beer?
Yeah, yeah. Did y'all hear that? I said, it's almost like we back at home, and he said, anybody got some beer?
Why not?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for having us, and thank you for coming and listen to our music of Southwest Louisiana. We do Cajun, we do country, we do blues, we do a little bit of everything. This next song I'm going to do for you is the first song that I ever wrote a few years back. And I was talking to a songwriter, asking him, how do you even write a song? And his advice to me was, it's pretty simple. You just pay attention. So there you have it. Anybody want to write a song? That's it. This one's called Where Memories Are Gold. TV took the place of campfires and walking underneath the bright white stars, and walking in the woods turned into smoke-filled bars. Nobody takes the time to write love letters anymore. Guess the way things used to be means more now than it did before. So close your eyes and take me to the place where the black water flows, back to a place and time where my memories are gold. Well, nobody knows their neighbors or visits with the folks on Sunday nights, and sitting at the table turned into drive-through signs, and sitting with the family telling tales just don't happen anymore. Guess the way things used to be means more now than it did before. So close your eyes and take me to the place where the black water flows, back to a place and time where my memories are gold. place and time where my memories are gone. Back to a place and time where my memories are gone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, you know, back in where we're from a little town called Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, and we're smack dab in the middle of Cajun country. We're sort of a melting pot, a jambalaya, so to speak, of cultures all coming together. And one of the influences that we have in our music is blues music. It came up from New Orleans, and you'll hear it in the Cajun tunes that we play, and you'll hear it in some of the other music that we play. But I decided to write a little blues number, and I'll tell you the story afterwards, but honestly, this is a true story. It almost started a fight in a nursing home. Call you early to get a bite to eat. You'll pay the check and then I'll leave you in the street. I said, don't trust that man until he's dead and gone. 'Cause he'll lie to you and then he'll take you home. I'll play that fiddle, Beau Thomas. How about a hand for Beau Thomas? To eat. You pay the check and then I'll leave you in the street. I said, don't trust that man until he's dead and gone. 'Cause he'll lie to you and then he'll take you home. Oh, one more time. Come on, Mr. Richard Comeaux. He'll buy you diamonds and say, I love you. But don't you know he's got another woman too? I said, don't trust that man until he's dead and gone. 'Cause he'll lie to you and then he'll take you home. All right, listen up, ladies, I'm gonna tell you about it. You know, ladies, here's where I stand. I can live without that man. Oh, he's nice, and he'll treat you like a queen. But then you find out he's just a low-down, dirty mean. And sometimes, you know, you gotta leave that man and take matters into your own hands. So I woke up this morning as quiet as a mouse, put on my makeup and burned down his house. I said, don't trust that man until he's dead and gone. 'Cause he'll lie to you and then he'll take you home. True story, y'all. So I was playing at a nursing home in Breaux Bridge, and I had been playing for about 30 minutes by myself, and nobody was paying attention to me. They were sleeping on the tables, they were reading the Bible, they were eating, whatever. They were doing all this, everything but paying attention. And I sang that first line of the song. I just broke it out, and I said, don't trust that man till he's dead and gone. And this one lady in the middle who had been sleeping the whole time, she picked up her head, and she said, she was in a little wheelchair, and she said, you tell them, sister. You tell them those men, they're no good. And then standing from the back, this old guy stands up like that. He's got his walker, and he starts shaking his fist, and he said, oh, yeah. He said, them men, they might be bad, but let me tell you, them women, they bad too, yeah. And she starts shaking her finger. He starts shaking his fist, and I said, oh, my God, I'm going to start a fight in the nursing home. True story. All right, so we're going to do another tune of mine. This is a little number called Friday Night Special. We love to dance in Southwest Louisiana, and there's a little place to dance there called the Blue Moon Saloon, and I was over there one night playing music, and at the end of the night, I was watching the patrons who were left at the bar, and I was just wondering what their story was, and from that came a tune called Friday Night Special. 3 years has passed since the day you packed up and gone. Sometimes a woman gets tired of living alone. Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, and Cuervo, yeah, I had them all. But they're only your friends till the clock on the wall says last call. A Friday night special is all that I am. A bottle, a bar stool, one willing man. Hell, everything changed since we've been apart. Yeah, the deeper the pain, the harder the heart. We left that smoky old ballroom right at daylight, and I knew it was wrong, but baby, it felt so right. I said, are you married? And you smiled and said it was through. But the ring on the finger you're wearing spoke nothing but truth. A Friday night special is all that I am. A bottle, a bar stool, one willing man. Hell, everything changed since we've been apart. Yeah, the deeper the pain, the harder the heart. Yeah, the deeper the pain, the harder the heart. So like I said, Cajun music is influenced by a lot of things, and if I got my geography correct, we're right next door to Texas, I think, yeah. So Texas music made its way into Louisiana music, and so we're gonna do a little number that influenced me, and Richard said he was only coming this weekend with me unless we played this number, so that's really the reason why we're gonna do this number for Richard. A little number called Bubbles in My Beer.
1, 2, 3.
Tonight in a bar alone I'm sitting, apart from the laughter and tears, while scenes from the past rise before me. I'm watching the bubbles in my beer, a vision of someone who loves me brings a long silent tear to my eyes, and I know that my life's been a failure. I'm watching the bubbles in my beer all swinging. Travel a road filled with heartaches and tears, and I'm seeing the past that I've wasted while watching the bubbles in my beer. As I think of the hearts I have broken and the golden chances pass me by, and I know that my life's been a failure. I'm watching the bubbles in my beer one more time. As I think of the hearts I have broken and the golden chances pass me by, and I know that my life's been a failure, I'm watching the bubbles in my beer. Yes, I'm watching the bubbles in my beer. A little Louisiana swing for you. So I don't know if you are aware of it or not, but you're looking at the, he says no, but I say yes. He's one of the best pedal steel players on the planet, actually. It's Mr. Richard Comeaux. His father played pedal steel in a Cajun band with Mr. Adam Hebert, and he carried on the tradition, and unfortunately it's a dying tradition because the instrument is so difficult to play. There's not too many young ones that are taking it up, so hopefully we have a few, but not many. So we're going to feature Mr. Richard Comeaux on a song that was made famous by Santo and Johnny. Is that who it was? Yep. Yeah, Santo and Johnny. You may know it. It's a little number called Sleepwalk.
1, 2, 3, go.
Richard Comeaux. All right. I believe we have time for one more. I think we're supposed to do an hour, so we could do 4 hours if y'all would let us. We would. I do have CDs for sale, and I'm also an author, and I do have just a few copies of my books with me here today, and I'll be selling them on the stage right here, and you're welcome to stay and talk to us after for a little while, so we'd love to talk to you. I hope you enjoy what we do down in Southwest Louisiana. It's not all Cajun music. There's a lot of it, but we do different things as well. So here's a number we're going to go out with called Misery Loves Company. So break out the bottle and bring on the crowd. You got to tell funny stories. Turn the jukebox up loud. Come sit at my table, where the drinks are all free. Come gather around me, because misery loves company. Just left my home, friends, where I couldn't sleep for missing a man that I couldn't keep. He just walked out and left me all by myself. Now his memory keeps haunting me when I'm by myself. So break out the bottle and bring on the crowd. You got to tell funny stories. Turn the jukebox up loud. Oh, sit at my table, where the drinks are all free. Come gather around me, because misery, you know, misery
Thank you so much.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.